message arrives at once. Opener. Have you ever stood in the middle of a perfectly ordinary day and felt that something was about to give way? Not a crisis. Nothing dramatic. Just the quiet sense that there is more arriving than you can hold. Another message. Another thing that needs a decision. Another person who needs something from you that you are not sure you have right now. And somewhere underneath all of it, a question that is hard to say out loud. What is happening to me? Part 1. The Ordinary Day. It started as an ordinary day. Not a bad one. Not a particularly heavy one. Just the usual kind. The kind that arrives like all the others with its list of things and its expectations and its quiet assumption that you will simply take care of it. You have done this before. You know how to do this. You get up, you begin, you move through it. That is what you have always done. The first thing arrives before you are fully ready for it. That is fine. You adjust. Then the second. Then the third. A message that needs an answer. A decision that could not wait. Someone else's difficulty landing on your day before your own has properly started. Still manageable. You have handled mornings like this. You know how to hold a few things at once. Somewhere around the middle of the morning, a quiet question forms. Not an urgent one. More like a shadow that passes briefly. Is there more today than usual? Or does it just feel that way? You do not stop to answer it, you keep going. Because that is what you do when there is still more to get through. Part 2. When more arrives. The thing about too much is that it rarely announces itself. It does not arrive as a single impossible task. It arrives as the accumulation of many ordinary ones. The email that needs a thoughtful reply. The appointment that still needs to be made. The conversation that has been waiting. The errand that keeps moving to tomorrow. Each of these, on its own, is nothing. You have handled each of them before, separately, on easier days. But today they are not arriving separately. They are arriving all at once, competing for the same space, drawing from the same limited supply. You notice something strange. A task that should take 5 minutes feels heavy before you begin. A decision that would normally be quick has become something you keep moving away from. A message from someone you care about sits unanswered, not because you do not want to reply, but because even that feels like too much right now. This is not laziness. This is not avoidance. This is what happens when the brain's available space has been used up. When what is left to hold exceeds what there is capacity to hold it. The task has not changed. The conditions have. Psychologists describe it this way. The brain does not measure the objective size of a task. It measures the perceived cost of beginning it. When resources are full and more keeps arriving, the brain begins to estimate even small demands as expensive. A calendar notification feels irritating. An inbox feels impossible. A conversation that would normally take 2 minutes feels like something you cannot afford right now. This is not weakness. This is the nervous system doing exactly what it was built to do, signaling that the incoming exceeds the available, not a character flaw, a mismatch between what arrived and what there was capacity for. Part 3. Too much at once. You are not alone in this. If you look around across cultures and continents, almost everyone moving through an ordinary day is living with the same unseen pressure of a world that is simply arriving faster than the human system was built to absorb. This is a collective reality. The pace of what is asked of people has been increasing steadily for decades. The volume of incoming, the number of decisions, the amount that needs to be held at once. What you are carrying is not unusual. What you are feeling is not a sign that something is wrong with you. It is a sign of what happens when the collective weight consistently exceeds what we were built to hold. The human brain can only hold a limited number of things in conscious awareness at the same time. When more compete for that space simultaneously, something gives way. Decisions become harder. Focus collapses. What felt manageable an hour ago starts to feel insurmountable. This is not a modern invention. It is an old system meeting new volumes. The same nervous system that once tracked the rhythm of a single day now navigates the demands of dozens of threads, dozens of people, dozens of expectations, all at once. All day. The system was not built for this. Neither were you. And yet here you are trying to carry it anyway. From the inside, it does not feel like a system at capacity. It feels like failing. It feels like everyone else is managing and you are the one who cannot quite hold it together. Like something is wrong with the way you are put together. Like you should be able to handle this because you have handled it before. That feeling is very convincing. It is also not accurate. What you are experiencing is a precise response to a specific condition. Too much arrived at once. The tank was already low. and the incoming did not stop. That is not a personal failing. That is physics. Part 4. The smallest possible room. At some point, the weight of it stops being something you can push through. You have been pushing. You have been managing. You have been moving from one thing to the next with the quiet hope that if you just keep going, it will eventually thin out. But it has not thinned out. It has just kept arriving. And at some point, the pushing stops working. You find yourself standing very still, not because you have given up, because there is nothing left that feels like it can move. This is the part that is hardest to describe to someone who has not been here. It is not dramatic. It is not loud. It is a very quiet kind of heavy. Everything that was supposed to get done today is still there. You know it is still there. But the gap between knowing and being able to begin has become something you cannot cross. You are still in the room, still present, still trying. But from the inside, it feels like the room has gotten very small, and like you have gotten very small inside it. This moment has a name. It is the place where perceived demands finally exceed available resources completely, where the sense of control that has been thinning for hours or days simply runs out. It is not a sign of being broken. It is the signal that a system has reached its limit. And there is something important in that. Because a system that has reached its limit is not a system that has failed. It is a system that has been carrying too much for too long without anywhere to set it down. Part 5. What was always true. The feeling of too much cannot tell you who you are. It cannot tell you what you are capable of. It cannot tell you what tomorrow will be. It cannot tell you whether you are the right person for the life you are living, or whether you have made wrong choices, or whether the people who depend on you are right to do so. It is a snapshot of a specific set of conditions that accumulated over a specific stretch of time. It tells you something real, that something was too much, that the incoming exceeded the available. That is all it tells you. The rest is interpretation, and interpretation in this state is not something the brain does reliably. There have been other days where the same tasks felt possible, where the same inbox felt manageable, where you moved through what was in front of you without the sense that the floor was giving way. Those days were real too. You are are the same person on both kinds of days. The difference is not you. The difference is what arrived and how much was already being held when it did. That distinction is quiet, but it matters enormously, because it means this is not a permanent condition, it is a current one. I do not know how long you have been carrying this particular version of too much. I do not know what today looked like before it became this. I do not know what the list contains or what the weight is made of or how long it has been accumulating. But I know this. The moment when everything feels like it is falling apart is not proof that everything is actually falling apart. It is the moment when the system signals that it needs what it has not been getting. A pause. A breath. The smallest possible reduction in what is being asked of it right now. You are not falling apart. You arrived at the limit of what any system can hold at once. That is a very different thing. Closing. I have days like this too. Days where the list does not shorten no matter how much gets done. Where the messages keep arriving. Where something in me goes very quiet and very small, and the gap between knowing what needs to happen and being able to begin it becomes something I cannot quite close. I have not found a way to prevent those days. What I have found is that they pass, not because I solved the list, because the conditions shifted, because something thinned, because sleep came, or a conversation, or just time doing what time does. If you are in this right now, leave one word below. Not for me. For the next person who arrives here in this state and needs to know they are not the only one. If this is you right now, leave one word below. Not for me, but as a sign for the person scrolling after you.
I woke up inside a day that looked like every other one. Nothing warmed me, the light was the same, the streets were the same.
Even my own voice still sounded like mine, until the hours began arriving faster than I could meet them.
No single wave can drown the shore, but enough of them arrive together.
And even the strongest stone forgets how to stand.
So if I grow quiet,
it isn't because I've disappeared.
I'm just trying
to find a place
where the world kept speaking,
Time kept moving
nothing unusual,
from the outside,
yet everything asked for me
at the same moment,
until even choosing
where to begin.
felt heavier than carrying the whole day. Maybe this wasn't
One impossible thing,
Maybe it was 100 ordinary things,
all knocking at the same door.
so if I grow quiet,
It isn't because I've disappeared.
I'm just trying
To find a place
where the world
stops arriving. For a little while,
tomorrow
these same walls,
may feel lighter,
the same road,
may feel lighter,
not because I became someone else,
but because
the wait finally stopped, arriving all at once.
there are seasons
When even breathing
shares the room
with everything else,
and there are mornings
when the sky still looks exactly the same,
yet somehow
there is enough space to begin again.